I have a huge Hampton style furniture transformation for you today. Hi guys, I'm Belle from Hampton Your House, where we're all about all things Hampton style. Welcome to my channel. If you love Hampton style interior design tips and DIYs on a budget, I hope you'll consider subscribing, which is absolutely free, and hit the like button if you enjoy this video. Today I have this gorgeous, huge solid wood TV entertainment unit which we picked up secondhand, and I'm going to give it a Hampton style makeover with a bit of a British Colonial touch. I really love transforming solid wood pieces. They are such great quality and they turn out so well. I can't wait to get into it. Let's get started. So here's another shot of the TV cabinet that I'm going to work with today. I'm going to paint it a nice fresh bright white, and I'll be removing the squiggly bits in the doors, adding rattan inserts and changing the knobs. Luckily these metal squiggles can just be removed easily by taking out the screws. I got stuck into sanding pretty quickly. This is a big cabinet, but most of it I'll have to sand by hand because of all the trim detailing, so I'm making the most of being able to use the orbital sander for the top. Don't forget to wear a dust mask and safety glasses or normal glasses to protect you from all that fine sanding dust. Remember to take the doors off before you remove their handles. I did this the wrong way around and ended up having to open the door with a coat hanger. Then keep all the screws in a labelled bag so you can find them easily when you need them later. You'll probably want a good audiobook or podcast to listen to while you're sanding all those fine grooves in the trim. Let me know your favourites to listen to in the comments section. I would love some new audiobook ideas for my next DIY project. Once you've finished sanding, give it a really good clean with soapy water to get all the dust off. Start at the top and work your way down so that you're not pushing dust down on the bits you've already done. Make sure you get into all the little corners and clean it really well, then leave it to dry. Next I'm going to put on the Wattle Primer Sealer Undercoat. This is mainly to help stop any colour from the wood from bleeding through the top coat. I like to line my paint tray with a plastic bag. This just makes it super easy to clean up. When you're finished, just take the bag off and you're ready for next time. Then you don't need to worry about little leftover remnants of paint ruining your next coat. If you find any little knot holes or rustic look distressing holes, try to get the paint in there too so they don't look like little black holes. Make sure you pick up any little drips along the way, especially around the corners and in all the little grooves. Smooth everything out straight away so you don't have to try and sand it off later. A paint roller is great for the top and any of the large flat surfaces, so make sure you cut in around the edges with a paintbrush and then you can fill in the large sections quickly with the roller. Once I'd done the undercoat on the top, I decided there were a few too many rustic holes for my liking, so I'm filling some of them in with a bit of wood putty. Usually I'd do this before the primer, but better late than never. I decided to paint the inside of all the cupboards and drawers, and at this point I was starting to regret it, but I think the end product will make it worthwhile. Make sure you use painter's tape around the glass on the doors so you can get a beautiful clean edge on the inside of the frame. Before starting the next coat, grab some 240 grit sandpaper and quickly sand off the excess putty, then make sure it's all clean before you start painting again. For my two top coats, I'm using Dulux water-based Aquanamel low gloss in the colour Vivid White. Be sure to paint in the direction of the grain when using a paintbrush. When you're using a roller, it doesn't matter as much. When I got to the second coat of Vivid White, I decided to use my small roller instead, and I actually like this much better. It could get into the corners better, so I would definitely recommend this one. You have to be very careful using a roller on the edge of the glass doors because it's easier to slip than with a paintbrush. Usually I'd cover the glass with a plastic bag, but I ran out of painter's tape so I got lazy and didn't do it. Luckily I managed to get through the project without getting paint on the glass, but I had to be really careful. Now for one of my favourite parts, peeling off the painter's tape. If one part starts ripping or getting stuck, try peeling it off from the other end. Time to install the rattan or cane webbing. I got these two rolls from Kmart for $15 each, which I thought was a bit pricey for the size, but convenience won out this time. To use the rattan we need to soak it in warm water for 20 minutes to help it unroll, but also once it's installed it helps it to tighten and look really professional. Set a timer for 20 minutes so you don't forget to take it out. It can start to go grey if you leave it in too long. Lay the rattan sheets out flat, cover them with a towel and put something heavy over the top for around 3 hours. I ended up using a thicker towel to help take out more of the excess water. Then make sure your cupboard doors are really clean and free of any dust. Next, I've got some half-round dowel and I'm going to make a frame to go over the rattan on the inside of the cupboard doors to hide the raw edges and to help keep the rattan in place. So just measure out and cut your dowel pieces to size, and if you can make them fit kind of tightly, that will help the rattan to stay in place as well. If they're slightly too long, you can always sand them down a little bit. Next, cut your rattan pieces to size. Make sure the pattern will sit perfectly straight, and then trim the edges really straight to make sure everything fits tightly but will still sit flat on the glass. I'm going to use E6000 to glue down the edges. Place the rattan right side facing down and use a paper towel to help press it into place. Then put some glue on the half-round dowel rods and stick those in place too, and put something heavy across them to add a little pressure while they dry. Leave them for at least 12 hours, then remove the weights. See how nice and tight this is dried and set? This rattan has turned out perfectly. Now we can put all the hardware back on. Because I'm using different doorknobs this time, I need a shorter screw now, so that's something to watch out for. If you can find out what screws you will need in advance, it saves a last-minute trip to the hardware shop or searching through the junk drawers. And we're all done. So here's a look back at our TV cabinet before the makeover. And here's the after. I think this is one of my favourite DIY Hampton style furniture makeovers yet. I love the rattan in the glass doors and it looks so light and airy now. It's made such a big difference. I hope you've enjoyed watching this furniture makeover, and hopefully you've picked up some tips and inspiration for things you could do to give some of your old furniture a Hampton style makeover. I have lots of other videos with painting tips too, including how to paint laminate and IKEA furniture, so check those out too if you need them. I'll put a link to a playlist for you below. I would love to hear your thoughts on this project too, too, so leave a comment below and let me know what you think. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more DIY Hamptons interior design style ideas. And as always, thanks so much for watching. Catch you next time. Bye guys.